But you can't.
You can do it.
It's funny how you can see the potential
in other
people.
Yeah.
But why? Like, but you can't. I mean, why can't we see it in ourselves? And I guess that's why we are here.
It does make me think, but then you think about the people who have been somebody in life. They went through failures. They went through sacrifices. We were talking earlier about a lot of the richest people on earth today. They went through bankruptcies and all sorts of things, right?
But and we don't see that. We just see.
We don't see the road.
What they did. We don't see like what they went through.
We see the accomplishment.
Yeah. You can't allow you failing to keep you from thinking. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna miss another opportunity. Like I missed it twice. Yeah. I'm not gonna do it again.
Through a lot of similar repeated pattern, I think in her case, and I think just watching it, observing it, she realized, well, I'm gonna fail, so why even try?
Either that or she just caught you like, oh, I want this kit. If I tell him this, it's gonna make me money. He's gonna buy it for me.
Didn't work.
That's exactly what I thought.
I didn't make my money back. But one thing that I've learned is you gotta exude confidence. And that takes a little bit of skill with a little bit of like practice. Finding yourself, practice, calming down, saying, okay, if you really break it down, it's not that hard. But it's taking time. It's taking a lot of failures. It's taking opportunities. I think where sometimes I would go play somewhere and I like you guys who are very self-critical, especially in the industry of customer service, I feel, right? Where you're doing hair, where you're doing teaching, where you're doing photography, media, where you're doing music production, anything other people can criticize, you're always gonna over criticize yourself.
I have to break out of that comfort zone of like keep thinking of that because I've noticed that it keeps taking me back. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, you know what? Stop thinking, stop having that mindset of you're gonna fail. You know, if I felt what I already felt 10,000 times, like one other time is not gonna hurt me. But what if I actually succeed? As
you're seeing your victories, as you're seeing, how you're being consistent on something, and right now you realize, wait, I am consistent,
Yeah.
It's good. I think it can be seen as a victory. And one of the reasons, for example, everybody uses the example of the army, right? Like as soon as you get up early, they make you do your bed. Why? Because that's your first victory of the day. If you start your day with a victory, that just sets up your day mentally, right? To be more successful. So I think as you do that, as you start being consistent, as you start, putting fear aside and jumping into things, you are we talked about building resilience here. And so that's one of those things, right? As you move forward, you start building resiliency, you start getting better, you start building encouragement to do more things. And as more challenges come to you, like I should do this, it's easier to jump on it. Just like victories can set us up to take the next step, I think our failures or even our mental failures can set us up to fail in the next step before we even get there. We're setting ourselves up to already give up before we even are presented with the challenge.
Rejection is something like more of a mindset that I think the enemy uses to distract us, because I think it's still within us. We have the opportunity to say, no, it's okay. It's okay to be rejected. It's okay to be nobody likes it, but I think you learn from it. And I think what you learn and how you learn to cope with it and deal with it is going to determine what street you're going to go on. Whether you're going to be a person who's I'm never going to try anything because of rejection, or say, you know what, it's okay, let's just do it.
You put yourself second and you put your family first. At one point you're like, okay, no, I mean, this needs my attention more. So yeah, I could see that, putting yourself away for a little bit, because you're focused on the baby, you're focused on your husband, you're focused at home, you're focused in ministry, you're focused on something else except for what you want to do and what God has you to do, Yeah. And right now it's like you were in an egg and now you're cracking.
Well,
I like over medium, please.
Yeah, and so that's why I'm like, now I'm like, okay, like I have to get over it.